It's just so good to be home and wearing my OG straw hat, because I also have another one. I got another one. I named him Martin. You know, fucking titty hurts. And also, I got a massive. I don't know if it's because of the walk, but we'll find out soon enough. But anyways, so today I wanted to make something a little bit different, and I know I did my experience going to church, but this is going to be kind of similar to that video because it's an actual experience that's not about video games or anything that's fictional or non-fiction. You get what I mean, right? I think you guys get what I mean. I'm not sure how all this works, but I'm just going to tell my tale of what it was like going to Sodona and what was it like, what was my trip like, because this all happened yesterday. So literally, so if you want to know why, like, I only uploaded 2 times yesterday, the Sonic 3 movie trailer reaction video and the Nintendo Direct plus Indie World Showcase stream. If you're wondering why those videos, excuse me, if you're wondering why those videos were the only ones and I didn't upload any other shorts like I usually do, 5 uploads, is because that day yesterday, really pretty early in the morning, it was like 7, 8, maybe 9, 10 o'clock, something like that. I can't remember at the time. I think it was like 8 or 9 o'clock. Got up at 7 o'clock. Me, Louie, and Chris together, we all watched the Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase plus Indie World Showcase live stream that was up yesterday, where they were showing a bunch of games and shit. Because obviously me, I'm excited about all things Nintendo. I love Nintendo. I love their products, the branding, obviously Mario and such. But when I was going into that stream, I was really wanting Pac-Man World 2. And you guys remember Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase, where I first saw Pac-Man World 1 repack. So I was like, Pac-Man World 2 repack maybe? Or Pac-Man World 2 remake? That would be fucking awesome, right? So while we were watching that, so much good shit, was in that stream. So much cool, interesting stuff was in there, like Dragon Quest, Yakuza Kiwami coming to Switch. But easily the best thing, in my opinion, that is coming to Switch is Pizza Tower, because it literally dropped the same day yesterday. So now Pizza Tower, the iconic PC Wario Land game that everyone loves, is on your Nintendo Switch console. You can take it wherever you go. And I think that is so fucking cool that Pizza Tower is finally on Switch. Guys, I'm going to buy it. Just going to let you guys know, with my money that I get, in September, late September, I'll get it then. And I'm going to play for the channel then, so you guys have some stuff to watch as Pizza Tower, so on and so forth. So it's going to be interesting stuff that we're going to be doing that. But anyways, so that stuff happened. We watched that. And I remember, I think it was an hour or two after that, Dad woke up and was wondering, you guys chilling or are you guys ready? Right? Whoa, nah, man. Are you a straw hat pirate? Well, I'm not a straw hat pirate. I just wear this shit because it's cool. To me, it's cool. But, as I was saying, oh my god. Yeah, after that showcase, like, Dad came in and was like, you guys ready? What are you guys doing, just sitting around, chilling out? What are you guys doing? And we were like, what? We don't know when he's coming, so we're going to play video games. And stuff like that. And Dad was like, dude, they'll be here in like 30 minutes. And I'm like, Dad, that would have been grateful to know ahead of time. Louis said the same thing too. And Ronnie, because we didn't even hear Dad say what time they're coming or anything or so on and so forth. We just knew it was going to be pretty early. So Louis took a shower. I took a shower. And we thought they were coming in 30 minutes, but Dad miscalculated. And, his son gave him a call, biological son gave him a call. And by the way, this is the new family part. We've talked on call before, but we've never actually met in person. That's why I said meeting new family for the first time. So, my dad and his son, have a weird connection. I'm not going to go in detail about it, but not a weird connection, but it's not weird at all. It's just family meeting family, right? And me and Louie were offered to go with Dad on this trip, and we said, yeah, we'll go. So there goes the context. Even though I felt like I should stay home with Muff for that whole day, or, so on and so forth, whatever. But I didn't want to, disrespect my dad and say, nah, your ass, you know what I mean? I didn't want to disrespect my father and say, no, I'm not going to go with you guys. You guys can go without me. I'm going to chill out here at home. Because thinking about it, thank God I decided to go because it was pretty fun. We had a fun time. But anyways, so his son called Dad, my dad, by the way, adopted, for anyone that didn't know. Me and Louie are adopted into the family, not biological. But anyways, his son called him saying, hey, we're heading there now, and it was already 9:30, 10 o'clock. So me and Louie, no, come on with, bro, I insist. Do you like NFL football? I used to. Dude, stop think so much and live. And live. Safe space BS. Okay. But yeah, so yeah, he was calling saying, we're getting ready, we're coming down there to pick you guys up. And I was like, oh fuck, okay, I gotta get stuff going, because, the Sonic 3 movie trailer dropped too. So we also watched the Sonic 3 movie trailer, and which was a cool trailer. I have a video on it. I didn't show the whole trailer. I only showed 50-something seconds of it, but I thought it was a good trailer overall. Thought it was cool. Like I said, me and Louie went to go do showers, fresh pair of clothes, so on and so forth, right? And we got all that to go in, and I had to upload it. So it was kind of a weird lady upload when I was uploading the Sonic 3 video. And what is it? After uploading that, basically 5-10 minutes or 5-10-15 minutes later, they showed up, and we had to get going. I told Chris, goodbye, bro. See you later. And I also mentioned in my Discord post when I made the Sonic video that these are going to be the only things I'm doing today, because I'm going to be going somewhere, and it's going to be all day. So we got in the car. We introduced ourselves, seeing my dad's biological son for the first time in my life, in person. It was just so cool getting to meet him, because he looks almost not one-to-one, obviously, like my dad, but he looks like a younger version of my dad a little bit. Project X Engine, yo, what's up? Yo, what's up, Project X Engine? Welcome to stream. And I also met his girlfriend, I think. Yeah, his girlfriend, Jasmine. Since they're both German, when they speak in English, it's a little bit difficult for them, but they got the hang of it and stuff. So, but anyway, so we had quick introductions a little bit. Dad and him were talking. We got in the car. Now, keep in mind, I wasn't wearing this hat when we went. I was wearing my big ass Martin hat. I call him Martin. This is my Martin hat right here. And what is it? For the beginning of the car ride, when we got in, after all this talking and all this other sort of stuff, we all got in the vehicle. I was sitting in the back for a long while. I had Pip in my hands. But this was the fucked up part, okay, guys? So keep this in mind. I brought my tablet with me. Now, I didn't bring my Switch with me. I brought my tablet with me. The reason why I didn't bring my Switch is because it doesn't have a traveling case. And I didn't want to lose that bitch or possibly forget it somewhere where, you know what I mean? Forget it somewhere or whatever, yada, 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 yada. So I kept my Switch at home. So I brought my tablet instead because my dad said, we're going to be on the road for like 5-6 hours, you know what I'm saying? So bring something to do because we need, you guys are going to need to do something. And I brought my tablet with me, which wasn't a mistake, but it kind of felt like it was at the same time. Now, let me explain why I felt like it was a mistake. The reason why I said bringing my tablet was a goddamn mistake was because I had games, but since they were all emulator games and not like actual mobile games like Plants vs. Zombies 1 or Plants vs. Zombies 2 type shit, I was immediately stuck doing, like, going on the PSP emulator that I have and listening to Rocky Balboa, God of War, Ghost of Sparta, and God of War Chains of Olympus menu music for that entire trip, or for most of the fucking drive, was me listening to PSP music. I'm not joking when I say this. It was literally me listening to the PSP menu musics of all three of those goddamn games. And then a little bit of EPO, but that was much later on. So being stuck only listening to those themes on repeat over and over and over again, I mean, it did keep me, you know, enjoying the ride. And we also ate a lot in between all that shit. I'm talking, we ate a fucking bunch. But and we weren't even in Sodona yet. We were just a little bit out of Chandler. Well, not a little bit out of Chandler, but it was like we were pretty far off from Chandler. So not like Omega close Chandler, but not in Sodona either. Like right in the middle. We were nice pirate helmet, bro. Thanks. Yeah. So we were like grabbing so much food, so much snacks from the stores and shit. Me and Louie walked around for a little bit, which was cool, I guess, but I still feel a little awkward because you guys know me. I'm a very awkward person, and, you know, through that whole beginning trip, since I had my hat on my back, I didn't take it off, put it in the back. I had to sit crunched like this and turn because Johnny / Big Bro / the family member I was talking about and his girl were sitting in the back with me in the beginning. So, and since I'm pretty tall too, I'm like an inch shorter than him, you know, but he's like bigger in mass and shit, like body wise and stuff, like body structure and shit. So he has like bigger legs, not like fat or anything, obviously not fat. I'm just saying his body was much bigger than mine. And what is it? You know, he was comfortable in the middle there, but at the same time, you know, I wasn't because I was scrunched because Martin here was crushing me. And also, Pip was on top of me, so I had to hold Pip the whole time. Not the whole time, but a good chunk of it. Because we were trading off who holds Pip and whatnot. And we also made a lot of mini stops on the way and all that other sort of stuff, like to feed Pip. To feed Pip, feed ourselves snacks and some actual food and whatnot, so on and so forth. But let me tell you, that first part of the drive with me when I was wearing my straw in the back before I got to be able to be put in the back of the car was fucking ferocious. I don't even know if ferocious is an actual word, but ferocious. It was kind of annoying because I was cramped and I didn't feel very comfortable or very safe or anything. I mean, I did feel safe, obviously. I was in a car, but I didn't feel really that good. Because I felt pretty crushed in due to the hat. I couldn't, like, sit back all the way. Because, you know, straw hats don't bend like other caps do. So, and, you know what I mean? So, it's like, whatever. But anyways, as I was saying, we were doing all that stuff. And again, like I said, it was fun that we were doing all this stuff. By the way, thank you for the 4 likes. Appreciate that. Jeez. So yesterday was crazy. But yeah, so we were doing all this driving, and Pippa was snotting up all over bro over there, right? You know, my dad's son, she was just snotting on him, which I'm surprised Pippa didn't really bark at him so much. She didn't bark at him at all. You know, I think she was way more surprised. We also did take Pippa. We didn't take Muff, because Muff was just here by himself. But anyways, I'm surprised Pip really liked him. I mean, it makes sense since, Dad and him biologically, father and son. So it's like her not barking to him and then also really liking his girl is really cool. I actually really like that. And by the way, I don't know if bro's going to watch this. If Big Bro's going to watch this, he doesn't know my channel exists, or his girlfriend doesn't know my channel exists. But you guys were some really nice people. Even if, for me, the whole trip, by the way, guys, this is how I kind of am when I go outside or go anywhere, go any place that's outside of my usual, know how, say how. I become a nervous wreck, especially talking with people. I'm not really good when it comes to communicating IRL and stuff, because of how nervous I am, because of how, I don't know this area, / I don't know you that well type energy. And, because obviously when me and, my dad's son talked a little bit, it wasn't like long conversations. It wasn't like hours long combos and shit. It was like a little bit here and a little bit there and a little bit here and a little bit there. So that's why I still felt a little bit nervous when meeting him. But it's not your guys' fault. It's just my antsiness and my issues. That was the reason why I'm so distant. I barely spoke to them, type shit. Like I said, it's, again, my nervousness and all that other sort of stuff. Even towards family that isn't like immediate, that I see every day, I'm going to be a little bit nervous around you. So keep that in mind. So there were so many points where we had to obviously stop, bathroom break, and rest stops and shit. But not going to lie, only having my tablet and listening to those PSP songs and shit, it was cool. But man, it was annoying after a little bit because I really wanted to play my emulator games. But since I hate playing my emulator games with my hands, with my fingers and stuff, like tapping the buttons with my fingers like this, like a damn touchscreen, unless it's required on my Switch or something, you know what I mean? Like it's an actual gimmick in the game. I don't like doing that. So, like playing like that and being limited like that, especially in a small space where Pip's on top of you, or just I'm trying to hold Pip at the same time and then trying to play, it wasn't going to work. And I already don't like touching the screen that much as it is. That's in terms of gaming, so on and so forth, right? So I don't like doing that. But anyways, as I was saying, just dealing with that was so fucking annoying. I'm telling you, it was the most annoying bit. But yeah, just not being able to play my games really sucked. But I still enjoyed seeing so many different sites, like out of Chandler, like way out of Chandler, like into, not California, but like we were heading into, I don't know, Flagstaff was passed up, I'm not sure, I can't remember like too much of the trip, but I just remember seeing so many sites, beautiful mountain, deserty landscapes and little pieces. Pathia, welcome. Hey, yo, remember I'm back, bro. Welcome back to the channel, bro. Welcome back. Strict 9, nice One Piece helmet. I remember that. Tom J. Brady, welcome back to stream as well. The Wiggles. But yeah, just remember seeing all those sites was actually pretty beautiful. Just call me Ryan. All right, Ryan. I got you, Ryan. I'll call you that. That's definitely easier. Ryan. But, yeah, seeing all those scapes, Johnny and them being very nice to me, and, very nice to me and Louie, giving us snacks and shit. Buying, because basically, my dad's son pretty much bought a lot of the shit. So, like, pretty much we were sitting there, we were getting stuff, but mainly my dad's son was buying a lot of the shit because he's way richer than us. He's better off than us. Ruffian, welcome back. Long time no see. Welcome back. Aeon Alley. Hi, it's me again. Welcome back, Aeon Alley. Welcome back. That's Ghost Rider profile picture? That's badass, dude. Melvin Borg Simp with that cat emoji. More like Ryan Gosling. Haha. Nice leafy hat. Thank you. Appreciate that. It's my favorite. It's my favorite hat. Though I do got another one. I call him Martin. I call this one Billy. But anyways, not the point. So yeah, but we were driving so much. And I think I remember we made it to one of the national parks. And this was like the big bit. And let me tell y'all. So when we went to one of the national parks, I think it was Red Mountains National Park or Red something National Park. Can't remember what national park it was, but it was on the northern side when we went part of Sodona and stuff. And when we went there and hiked, you know, my brother took pictures, and I'm not going to show the pictures because, you know. But my brother, my dad's son's girlfriend, his son, and dad too, they all took pictures but me, because I'm not really that much of a picture person. I'm more of, you know, if I'm live and I see that shit right there, I do that. I talk right there live and all that. Hello, we are contacting you regarding community guidelines. You have 20 minutes to reply with justification type 1 to find out more. Thanks. Failure to take action or resort in a channel strike. Thanks. YouTube. If you cannot type 1, please end this live immediately. Add an apology post to your community tab. Thanks. Are y'all the only niggas seeing that? YouTube chat service. First of all, you know what I would tell you? How am I going to be able to type 1 on a fucking mobile device and stream with an apology? For what? You know what? If you're actually YouTube, you would fucking email me about whatever I did wrong. YouTube would have sent me that an eon ago if I did something truly wrong. So that's 1. 2, again, I did nothing that breaches YouTube's community guidelines. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Because all my posts are clean. You know what I mean? All that other sort of stuff is clean. You know, my YouTube page is clean. There's nothing really bad on this page that to the point that I broke community guidelines. And I'm like, I don't believe that's actually YouTube. I'm sorry. But coming in here ruining my story with that. Dude, the YouTube commenter is just some Indian guy scamming. Yeah, like, get out of here, dude. Trying to tell my fucking story and you want to be a dick. Dude, the YouTube commentator, tell him to use a toilet. Yeah, go away, dude. Like, what do you mean you have the right to appeal a guidance email? You are not YouTube chat service. I don't believe you. First of all, you would have a check by your name guaranteeing that you are YouTube themselves. And on top of that, you would have told me stuff a long time ago. Sorry, dude. But I'm not dealing with that. But anyways, where was I on my story? So we were in Sodona. I think it's a bit of Sodona, but the Red Rocks National Park. And we were taking so many photos, laughing, having a good time. We were eating sandwiches and drinking a lot of waters and all that. And honestly, and we were also hiking too. So we were hiking at this national park for a while. I think for half a mile or a quarter of a mile or even just a mile in general, like half a mile there, half a mile back. So that's like pretty much a full mile and a half. And just walking in this sun, in this heat, yeah, it was burning and coming down on us. But at the same time, I felt like when we were there in that moment, it was really cool because since I don't go outside a lot, getting to experience seeing the red rocks for the first time in my life. You know, seeing the red rocks, not the Grand Canyon, but seeing those red rocks, the red dirt, the pathway, different types of people in that area around the national park area and stuff, just hiking themselves and doing all that stuff was such an interesting, fresh take on, you know, in my life. Since, you know, all I do is sit here and play video games all the time. I don't really go out unless, like, I'm buying a video game, buying food, or Louie's buying food, or whatever. That's because that's the way we live our lives. We don't really go outside. We don't really move out a lot. We don't do anything a lot. You know, we don't do a lot of trips because we obviously don't have the money to do a lot of trips. So getting to really do that was really cool. And even though now I have this big ass fucking thing on my back, I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's right there. There's a big ass freaking black thing right there on my back, and I noticed that ever since I got back from my trip, which I will explain. Stefan B95, welcome to stream, man. Welcome to stream. Missed you, man. I haven't seen you in so long, dude. Hey, how you doing? You doing alright? Hey, yo. Lucas, welcome to stream as well. Hey, yo. Gotta do hey, yo, like Great Tiger in this bitch. But, I don't think so. I don't know if it was because of the sun that gave me a blister or something, but we'll talk about that when we get there because it's part of the story. This is like a... Yo, you miss me too or not? Yeah, I miss everybody that haven't seen me in a while. You know what I mean? Like, whoever, like, comes in, I haven't seen in a while, and just seeing them here in the moment is actually really cool. How was your day? Lord Draken, also, welcome to you in this stream, too. My bad for not saying anything. It's just I was so focused on the story and shit. But anyways, so getting to do that hike there and back and stuff was very interesting. And bro is living out of fear and loathing in Las Vegas. I'm not even in Las Vegas. And I'm not even loathing. I'm not even living out of fear. A movie about the desert. I'm not even in fear. Not now, anyway. But anyways. So, yeah, we did all the walking. We did all that stuff. Which was very cool. And, I think after that, we started going back on the drive again. To, I think, either somewhere in Sodona. It was somewhere in Sodona. I can't remember after the point because it was very brief. We stopped at in Sodona. We were looking at houses down there, which the houses down there are very beautiful. And let me tell you, these Sodona houses down here are legit. Like Gary said just now, they are legit. They are some beautiful little houses, and I mean it. I love the style, I love the structure of these houses more than what I fucking see on a regular down here. I love them. I like the area more. It looks way more peaceful down there than it is here. Here, I mean, it looks good here. But, like, there's a lot of people that are coming from, and this isn't racist, this is just a fact. There's a lot of people that come from, like, Phoenix. You know, that come from Phoenix down to here and stuff where I'm at. Because Chandler and Phoenix are, like, right next to each other. So, and you guys know Phoenix has a lot of dangerous areas that people are trying to get out of to kind of come into at least somewhere more suburban, somewhere more safer for them and shit. So it makes sense. And also people from Mexico and all sorts of other groups of people also live down here in Chandler as well. So it isn't just people from the Phoenix side, it's people from Mexico and other places all kind of coming down, living here, you know, and so on and so forth. But yeah, but anyways, like I was saying about those houses and everything, it was so great seeing all those places, and I mean it. I really mean it. By the way, thank you for 7 likes. I really mean it. I love the structure, and Dad was like, maybe we should move down here because of how peaceful it is and maybe live out in the middle of nowhere. It was before we hit Sodona, so it was kind of like a joke, but at the same time, I actually really would love to move down there and just be down there because it looks more peaceful. There's not really any Walmarts. There's like a mini mart and a pizza and beer joint, and it looks kind of old school. Like not too old school, but it looks old school like enough that it's kind of inviting and warming and stuff to just be in that area and stuff. And I loved it. And I remember after our whole trip from, Sodona all the way back down to where we lived, which was like another 5-hour drive back, because we stayed there for a little bit. But, we were getting kind of tired. And, well, all of us were getting tired after the walking and all that other sort of stuff. So we just did all that shit. And, we got back to their apartment, which I can't remember the name of it, but I wouldn't say it anyway. But I'm just going to say their place. So we got back to their place, chilled out there officially for like a little bit. And, I'm not going to lie, in this bit, it was kind of pissing me off a little bit. And at the same time, like, my mind was, I was feeling all sorts of shit. But when we got back to the apartment, everything was chill. I remember, watching YouTube on the little ball screen, which was really cool. And what is it? I remember, we were all chilling in the room at the same time. And I gotta tell y'all, like, god damn, the amount of smoke breaks, like, other than me, everyone else other than me and Louis had was fucking insane, dude. Like, it was like every other 5, 10, 15 minutes, everyone wanted to smoke. Obviously, me and Louis didn't want to do that. We stayed away from that and the alcohol business that they were dealing with, which I'll get there. But yeah, it was kind of, not annoying, but it was kind of like, damn, a little bit, like, just having me think about it, like, damn, y'all need that hit, that joint, that fucking cigarette break so fucking badly. I don't get it. I don't think I'll ever get it unless I actually do it for myself and then get the fix for it or something. But I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? I don't want to put that in my systems and whatnot and so on and so forth. So, let me tell you, like, what really got me going, right, is when, bro said, stop it. But, yeah, so, like, my dad and his son and, his girlfriend all pulled out a 6-pack of beer and whatnot. And obviously me and Louis, I mean, I'm not saying we have, like, horrifying memories of it, but it was like, we haven't seen Dad drink in a while. Because he hasn't. My dad hasn't been drinking at all. He's just been doing weed. And, no, I know you're playing, Jacob. I know. Bro. But, I'm doing pretty alright, Dracon. But, I'm doing good. But anyway, so, they were pulling out drinks. They were drinking. And I was like, I can't be mad at this. Because it's to celebrate, just actually having a trip together and whatnot, so on and so forth. So it's like, why be mad at that? But, I think it was 5 minutes after that. The white stuck on my feet. Okay. I got it. But, this is what really started to bother me, and it was because my head started hurting so badly. Like, I started getting a fucking headache, right? And what was making it worse was, like, my dad was sitting right next to me, after the 2 drinks he had. And it was kind of, because I put on funny, like, fail army fails and shit. And my dad was like, oh, shit. Kind of being like how me and Louis are, right, in the daytime and shit. But he was doing it at nighttime and shit. And it was right next to me. And I had a bad headache at this time, so I really hated the fuck out of that. And I also wanted to go home at the same time. And I think I was also at the same time getting homesick. So, like, all of those things, like, combined together, and I just wanted to leave. And it was getting worse, because I remember Dad was like, hey, you guys want to eat? Like, because, son was like, you want to eat? You guys want to eat? I'm like, dude, we've been eating all day. I've been eating more than I have been when I'm, here. because this also was fucking with me too in my mind, was the whole eating thing, right? Because when I'm here in my home, we eat like once or twice and maybe have a snack or something like that a day. That's how we live. So eating snacks multiple times, eating food on the hikes multiple times, and then eating when we get back to his place one or two more times was, to me, a little bit ridiculous. And then also some smaller stuff like them when they go out to go do the whole joint cigarette thing, me staying with Pip, and her noise was also making things worse too, for my headache and my sickness for being home and whatnot. And I remember, because I wanted to go home so bad, and you can just see it. Dad wanted me to lay on the couch, but I was like, that is not going to help me because I'm feeling all sorts of different feelings right now. I need to get the fuck out of here. I need to go home. I need to go home. And Dad was like, all right, we'll take our food and we'll go home, right? And I think Dad wanted to stay the night there. I'm not 100% sure, but for me, I was done. I was done with the trip. I was done because I was getting completely overwhelmed and overloaded too, because back then, or even up to now, I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't be on trips anymore unless it's very small and the way I'm used to doing it instead of these big leaps. Because I remember Chris was telling me when Louis took me one day with his friend to places, and I felt like even in the area of Chandler, or a little bit, in the area, it was still in the area of Chandler, but it was still a bit much. It was a lot for me to handle back then, and I feel like with this trip, it was a lot for me to handle too, to the point I really got overwhelmed and overloaded with info, and I was also a little bit homesick, and just having that massive headache in general, I wanted to go home. And I remember, they told us, wait in the lobby, we have an Uber, a pet, Uber to come pick y'all up and shit. And I waited down in the lobby with Louis. Louis came with me. He said he needed to go to the bathroom. And let me tell you, my headache was just getting worse and worse as we were waiting in that lobby. And I'm not going to lie, if Louis did not rush out of the bathroom the way he did, I would have done something very dramatic. I would have done something like destroyed something because I wanted to go home. I really wanted to go home. I was really thinking in my head, I'm going to get destructive in this bitch if I don't see this motherfucker in the next 5 seconds. Or something, or at least 5 minutes of me waiting there, because it was a minute I was waiting for him there. It was a fat minute. It was like 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes. And keep in mind, guys, this headache was getting worse and worse by the second. So I was gonna do something drastic if Louis didn't come by and we got the fuck out of there, because I was done. I was honestly done with the trip because I couldn't take it anymore. So, and my dad explained to his son and Jasmine, shit, aka his girlfriend, that this is how Alex gets, this is how Alex is, in terms of, when he's overloaded, he gets overloaded like this when too much information's going on at the same time. So I think we're just going to go home, like I mentioned before. And, we all called it off there, when the Uber came, and, his son came by one more time to swap the Taco Bell because they got Taco Bell. They wanted to continue eating. They wanted to have more eating. And we got in that Uber ride, and we went home. We went home after all that stuff. And to be honest with you, I was even telling Dad in the car, I don't think I can go on trips anymore like this without it having some massive blowback. Because I even told Lubit before we even went that I don't think I should go because of when I went to church. If you guys remember when I went to church and I walked out last time and got lost for hours because of it. And you know what I mean? So that's why I was really feeling really uncertain that I might just do it again, get out and get lost or something, you know what I mean? But I didn't obviously run off. I was a little bit better than last time. I stayed the whole way through and just, you know what I mean? But that was good. But at the same time, it's like, I told Dad in that car, I don't think I should do this anymore. I don't think I'm capable of doing, like, long trips for a very long time like that. Like, I think I'm capable of doing a trip, like I said, downtown, but I don't know. Yes, it does get me out of my comfort zone, and I'm happy that I got out of my comfort zone for a little bit, but if it overwhelms me like that, I don't think the trip is worth it if it's going to overwhelm me like that, because there's so much going on and so much to do, so much to whatnot, so on and so forth. But it's exactly like Chris said, like, dude, you guys should be taking little steps, bro. Like having small hangouts and then grow to that point. Because for me, I'm still at that level where it's like, nah, man, I'm going to be cool in this whole area where I can just walk home. But if I leave this area for a long time or whatnot, leave my normal home and my normal parameters, I'm going to fucking not flip out guaranteed, but it's going to be like, I'm going to feel, I kind of like miss home. And on top of that, we didn't feed Muff all day, so that's another reason we came back, because Muff wasn't eating all day, but he had water, so he was good. And I remember I asked Dad before he even went on this kind of pissed me off too, but I said, Dad, did you feed Muff? Or Dad, did we leave food for Muff for the day? Yeah, he should be fine, and then later on my dad said, oh yeah, well, I didn't feed Muff, by the way, the whole day. That was another thing that really got under my skin, because he told me hours upon hours ago that he did feed Muff, and for that, and for him just say he didn't, just lied to me. You know what I mean? And that really bothered me too, but anyways, I'm just glad we got the fuck out of there. You know what I mean? I don't want to go on a trip like that again, mainly because I just feel like I'm never going to be used to the idea of going on a trip like that, to be honest. I don't know. Maybe I'm not that type of travel person. I don't fucking know. But to me, I think I just really like being home. I like being home. I like doing my usual stuff. I don't like going out there, and this trip made me realize that again, and my brother was saying it to me all the way through, like, I knew you weren't going to like it out here, because, as well, when I was walking with him, I was kind of pissed off already by just leaving for a elongated period of time, and Louis was like, I knew you were going to be pissed off on this trip about something, Alan. You should never have come with us. Like, there was multiple times where Louis told me that, like, you should have just stayed home, Alan. Should have just done this. And I was like, maybe he's right. Maybe I should have just stayed home. Stayed home with Muff the whole time. I would have been infinitely more comfortable with it. But at the same time, I went because I didn't want to disappoint my dad, and my dad being sad about that whole thing. You know what I mean? I didn't want to disappoint him. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want this trip, to be like, oh, the entire family of Dad's side is here except for one type deal. You know what I mean? I would have stayed with Muff all day and at least feed him all day, but... And, a joke I said was, hey, it's fucked up. I really passed up on an opportunity to stay home and have a whole day here without Louie and Dad here. Shit. I really passed up that whole thing, but it was just a joke, obviously. It's not serious. And I said in a joking manner, but, don't get me wrong, the trip was good. We ate good food. We drank really good water. We had a good time laughing, taking pictures and all that other sort of stuff. But I feel like, again, I can't stress this enough, I feel like that is too much for me. And I really need to set my boundaries on, like, what I do and what I don't want to do. But again, I really didn't want to disappoint my dad. It was kind of like the California trip that we had, which probably should make my experience on that. But that was like 3 years ago when I wasn't even making my experience videos on trips and shit. So I'll probably make that video someday, but until then, or maybe if I go to California again, maybe I'll make my experience talk about that trip instead, and I'll just include the old trip we had of Cali and that one. But yeah, guys, that is my trip to Sodona. Finally back home. I'm glad to be home. because it's where I'm most comfortable at again. Can't wait to talk to Chris today. I can't wait to do my usual stuff, like do some streams. You know what I mean? Do some streams, think of them as cool, and just be with you guys. This is what I'd rather do, be with you guys and shit, So I wish I can travel to the U.S. It's my American dream. America is cool, but I feel like other countries would be cooler. And I say that because I know what it's like. Someone in America, a bunch of fast food places, a bunch of restaurants, which you're gonna see in every single country. But it's like, all sorts of kinds of people. You got to be careful where you go down here, especially Phoenix. There's a lot of gangs and whatnot. But anyways, I'm gonna end this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for listening to my experience going to Sedona and meeting new family in the flesh. It was an amazing time, but it was also kind of stressful, when I started, thinking about, in my head, you know what I mean? It was great until, like, I got overwhelmed by everything, so that's a thing. And I'm not sure if I really want to go on another trip like that again, but if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. So, but anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Also, I know the videos don't get monetized until they get whipped up, but, if you want to, there's 3 ways you can support me money-wise for anyone that wants to, through memberships, through donating, or through watching channel ads. So for anyone that wants to support me money-wise, there's 3 things you can do. But just keep in mind, with memberships and donations, YouTube takes 30% of that, and also monetary revenue when you watch ads through playback and so on and so forth. Before you end, I love you, bro. You're the best big brother that gave me amazing advice. Hey, Ryan, I'm glad I could help, bro. I'm glad. That's what I'm here for, to be a big brother or be someone cool y'all can watch, y'all can chill with, That's really my purpose. That's really all I've ever wanted to do, is just be that guy. Be that guy. Fuck it, Ryan, be that guy as well, man. You can be that guy too. Anyone is capable of being that guy. Just be that guy. But anyways, thank you, Ryan. I appreciate the message. I'll see you guys next time. I love all you guys. Thank you guys all for Thank you all for stopping by. Thank you, Lord Draco, for stopping by. Ryan for stopping by. Here, let me get all the names. Jacob, Gary, Stefan, Lucas, quote-unquote YouTube chat service dude, I guess. Aeon Alley, Ruffin. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Appreciate you. Strick9, thank you so much. Harlman XX, thank you. Emel Mickle Jr., B14CK, M34ND34. Thank you for coming in. JW Gaming, and Michael Craig. Thank you all for joining, including me, bro, too, for Rock. Again as well, thank you, Ryan. Thank you all for stopping by and watching me talk about my trip to Sodona that literally took place yesterday. For anybody that wants to know the timeline of this entire thing happened all yesterday. Crazy how much shit can happen in a day, huh?